happy Monday. How are you all feeling? I hope you've been recharging your batteries. This weekend was absolutely new moon and Lionsgate and all sorts of energy going on. And it was just very, very powerful. I thought Monday is usually we'll talk about BizShui and we'll talk about how you can improve your environment so you can feel better in yourself, you can feel better with others. And this week I'm going to be talking about decluttering. And this has been a perfect opportunity for me to invite Bernadette. Hello, Bernadette. How are you?
How are you, Claire? Good.
So let me tell you why I've invited Bernadette. Bernadette asked me to come to a podcast with her and do her podcast for Shedding the Beach. This is your podcast and, a part of your business. And we talked about decluttering, right? And I gave you and all your dancers a 9x9 decluttering challenge, and you took me up on my challenge. Oh boy, you took me up on my challenge, haven't you?
I have. I loved it.
So why did you think that was something you wanted to do? Why did you think about, let's do this?
Well, one, I love the whole BizShui. I just love, I really feel it's really critical for each and every one of us, whether professionally or personally, to really just always be focusing on what can we be doing to get in alignment with, who we are, what we want, where we're going and all that. And you were talking throughout my interview, you were talking about how to maximize your productivity, your focus, your clarity. And those are so well aligned to everything that myself and my community of followers and clients and listeners and viewers always pay attention to, because we stop paying attention and all of a sudden we're off track and we get frustrated and stressed out and anxious and overwhelmed. And all we have to do is find our way back to that, getting on track. So your decluttering challenge, I love when things come in really simple but powerful packages. And so 9x9, I was like, at first when you said it, I was like, what is that? I knew it had to break down to something. And then when you said it was 9 minutes for 9 days to declutter, I thought, oh, that's fabulous. Especially nowadays with people just really anxious and kind of in their head about working from home, working from, going into the workplace. Where am I? Tug of war with just how to handle all of that. And I just thought it was a simple application. And if I'm going to recommend it to my listeners and my followers and my viewers, well, then I need to also follow it. And so I like to practice what I preach. And therefore I thought, well, why not? I mean, I had things I needed to declutter, so let's all do it together.
And so you're really kind of taking it to the next level as well, because you've actually not only you've been doing it, but you've been filming yourself doing it as well. So on your Facebook page, so if anybody wants to go and follow Bernadette on Shedding the Beach on Facebook, actually I've got your link for your website here, but I didn't put the Facebook page, but you can find Bernadette on Facebook and, rewatched all the videos because they were just absolutely amazing. I just love them. I think we need to download them actually and put them all together. It was just been fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So 9 days, what did you declutter then?
Well, and I have a couple of, in all honesty, I have a couple more I need to do, because I also figured, we don't necessarily have to do it like every day for 9 days. I happen to have gotten really sick in between those 9 days, so I wasn't going to press myself. But you talked about, work and home. And I said, there's work, there's home, and, you talked about headspace. So I'm like, workspace, home space, headspace. And I went with what was going on in my world at the moment of that, of that day. And so I decluttered everything from my laptop. I decluttered everything from the storage I keep underneath my bed, because I live in a small space. I decluttered my filing cabinet. That is critical that I keep clear. And then when I felt like I was getting sick, I was like, okay, so I'm going to declutter my head for a moment and lay down. Yeah. And so I did that. So I just looked at different spaces that I just felt at that moment I was going to, I felt the energy, I felt the need to want to declutter it.
You did as well the fridge, which again, it's such a powerful one, the fridge, because we forget about the fridge, the pantries, those cupboards that, in the kitchen, and having food which is out of date, which is smells, it's not healthy for you. So again, you want to nurture yourself and nourish yourself with beautiful, fresh foods, and having things in the fridge which have been there for months and months and months.
Well, fortunately, I don't get into, because I live in a small space, so I don't get into the longevity issue, because I can't. My refrigerator is like very small. So, but what I do get into is I just like push stuff in there, and I don't necessarily keep it cycled and keep it organized. And then I get frustrated when I have to go in there for something. And to your point that you brought up on the show too, and here is I wanted to make sure that I was kind of filling it with good stuff, not with, processed food and junk and all that. So that was not my favorite, but that was close to my favorite one that I did.
So which one was the worst and which one was the best? Which one was the most difficult you felt that to actually declutter?
My laptop.
Right. Oh my gosh, I had palpitation just watching it.
Yeah, and actually I have one other laptop one I have to do because we save, a lot of storage. We save a lot of files within applications that we never even think are causing issues on our, sanity. But the one I did was to really clean out my my main drive, because I was constantly getting memory and slow performance issues.
Right.
So just spending time going through that is just such a pain in the little rear end. However, I've been running like mad Superwoman on my computer ever since. So I'm quite happy about that. So, but that was just my worst. And then my favorite was my filing cabinet. So I'm a journaler. So I use journals for everything. Every client has a journal. Every project has a journal. And I tend to, and it's a filing cabinet that, again, small space, that stores my printer. It stores my, all the files and all the journals and all the stuff I need to work on a daily basis. And when that starts getting, out of control, let alone it was really out of control because I had a guest coming to my house and I decided, people throw things under their couch and I throw everything in this filing cabinet. And I did about 3 weeks ago, and I had never really gotten around to cleaning it back out and getting it organized again. So I'm very happy to say it's extremely organized.
It looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So again, if you want to watch the cabinet, go on Bernadette's Facebook page and watch the videos, and you'll see the amazing work that you've done. It was just incredible. And so, how are you feeling now? I know it's a big things, and you've moved and shifted a lot of energy, and all those SHUI moves, that you've been doing. It doesn't seem like it 9 minutes, but it's a lot of shifting. So I know you've not been very well, and there's been a bit of energy in there as well, possibly.
Well, and I think you raised up a good point to me, an observation. I was trying to think, okay, so all of a sudden I was getting sick, and I was being sent to the bed, as they say. And I do think that there's an element of the fact that I was moving all this this energy in different aspects of my life, work, home, and headspace. And I do think that contributed to it in what might sound like a bad way, getting sick, but also a replenishment way, like a refresh way, like getting all of that energy out. So that would cause me stress and anxiety and just frustration. So I can have all this open space to create new things, to be open to new opportunities and new possibilities. Because I was experiencing this yin yang, or I think that's what it might be called, because as much as I was feeling bad, I got 3 new opportunities between the middle of last week to Friday.
Oh, wow.
So it was working. I was feeling bad, but I was pushing myself through because I was also finding these new opportunities. So it was just very interesting, for sure. for sure.
Yeah, this is just, it's amazing what it really start bringing, you know, when you clearing that space and leave you the opportunities and doing those intentionally as well. You know, you're doing it as you mean to actually do it, you know, do it with thinking, you know, that's, it's going to bring you some beautiful stuff, which is really what you've really embraced it. So I just wanted to say thank you for doing this challenge and sharing it with people, because it just really kind of show how it works and how simple, you know, little things can make a huge big difference. So 3 new clients, I love that.
It's awesome.
And what else is going to come? So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. But for now, if anybody wants to watch the videos, go on Shedding the Beach website, Facebook page, and watch Bernadette with her videos. They were just amazing. If you want to know more about decluttering, just go on the link below on my website. Check out a blog. I just written a blog today. That'd be fabulous. And if you need some help, of course, you know, there's always a little me who can help you.
She's awesome.
Do the challenge, right? You know, you suggest that to everybody. 9 minutes for 9 days. Just get started.
Yep.
Pick one little area at a time and just get started. It would be amazing to see what you're up to, how you're doing it, and how you're feeling afterwards. So thank you for joining us today, Bernadette. I really appreciate your time, and I speak to you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.